Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia kid, and
And Teresa.
hey, y'all. Hope everybody is staying warm. I know we're trying. Uh, I don't know if everybody. We got a little bit of snow, a little bit of sleet, but we got some cold temperatures.
And messy
And,
roads.
I seen a lot of y'all's in areas that's even colder. So, hey, y'all bundle up, stay warm. Got a couple quick prayer shout outs. Judy Duncan and Kathleen Price. Our prayers are with y'all with what you're going through, and just remember we're with you. Also, like to do a quick shout out to Diane Ward for coming aboard. Appreciate you. And hey, y'all, we're gonna get into some questions. I know it's Tuesday, so don't start. Monday was all Teresa's fault as usual.
As usual. That's right. Okay.
So hit it, Teresa.
I'm going to hit it all right. Is that an invitation? All right. Michelle Gillian. You mentioned you wanted to work for Elvis. Did you ever tell Elvis you wanted to work for him? And if so, what was his reply?
As I said in one of the older videos, especially when I was little, yeah, he would say, call my name or something, and I would be just like the guys. I'd say, working Elvis or working boss. And you know, later on, I threw it out there, and you know, he let it be known that, you know, when the time's right, I felt that he knew it, and felt good about it. I know I did. Like I said, that's the one thing in life that I would have loved to done, and just didn't get the chance to in that way. But I feel with what we're doing here today, I'm actually working for him. So that's it, and the love from all y'all. So appreciate it.
Okay, a lot of viewers have asked this question. They want to know what we think of the Elvis AI.
Yeah, I've seen them pour in, Teresa. You're right. You want to?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can really say if you haven't seen it yet. But I think the idea of it, I think for younger generations or people who never saw him in concert, even like me, you know, really in concert like that, I think it'd be a great experience for them. I think it's going to be, I think the people will like it. Yeah. You know, if it, like I said, I don't know what it looks like, so I can't comment that way, but I think the idea of it, of kind of bringing him back to life, or kind of like, you know, like it's reality, I think that part's good.
Yeah, I'm a lot the same way. You know, we've had movies. You know, we've had the cartoon, animated, whatever you want to call it. You know, all those were great ideas, and this I think is a great idea, as long as I've said is if it's done in the right way and it's done
tastefully.
Yes, and Elvis is Elvis. Maybe however you're doing it, in this case, it'll be entertainer. Maybe down the road, you know, it could be as a person. But anything that's Elvis that's new, because like I said, we're getting younger, and new generations coming on board, and that is the greatest. I mean, Elvis has the biggest following to me than anybody in the whole wide world. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing exactly what it's all about, because as I've said before, I'm not Teresa's up on all that. So, and actually, y'all are talking to an AI, and I'm malfunctioning.
Well, AIs are smarter than that, so.
But no, I seriously, I think it's going to be, and I'm hoping it's going to be a great thing. And like Teresa said, folks that never really got to see him in concert, maybe this will kind of bring it as close to life as it possibly can. Yeah. So that's a great question.
Yeah. How about those who are lucky enough who will get to see it? I'm sure they'll share it on, you know, YouTube and stuff. But if you get to be actually there watching it, whatever our newest video at the time, put your comments and what you thought about it, what's your experience, and
yes,
how,
please.
if you liked it or not, and was it a realistic experience for you?
Yes. Yeah. We'd love to know how our Elvis family feels about it.
Exactly. Okay, Frosty Ray. How did Kathy Westmoreland and the Sweet Inspirations treat you?
Oh, all of, I mean, the whole group, and when I say group, all the people, but as far as all the band members and I mean, they were always so nice and they were just wonderful people. You know, we never had a problem. I mean, we didn't see, you know, and was around each other on an everyday basis, but when we were around each other, they were super fantastic. Love all those ladies.
Okay, this is from user H161G9, etc.
6475321.
8675309. No. How was Elvis's relationship with Pat Boone?
I mean, they knew each other and they had a relationship, but I mean, it wasn't especially, you know, in the later years. I mean, they didn't. It wasn't every day or you know. I wouldn't say it was that close of a relationship as far as like you know, a friend that you talk to, you know, once, twice a week maybe, but you know, they liked each other and you know, they had a good relationship.
Okay, this one is from Elvis Fan Forever. Do you think Elvis would have kept his room warmer if he was still alive in his older years?
You know, we get these questions just wild, and I love them. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, and we all know a lot of them is totally impossible to answer. You know, only Elvis himself could answer that. But, you know, you're asking me what I think. And as I've thought about it, you know, that's a hard one. I mean, because I always liked it. And as we talked about a video or two ago, my old body can't stand it like I used to in the summertime. But I'm gonna say if he could have stood it, that's the way he liked it. Though, like I said, as age and you go on,
Your body changes.
Yeah,
so.
it's very just like all of us.
Because you probably would have said, "Oh, I'll always like it cold."
Oh, yeah.
And then as you got older, you realized,
yes,
nah.
yes, many times.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know, it never would be different for me, and I think, you know, he would have went with the flow of life. So yeah, I mean, as long as he could have stood it, he would have kept it. But I think, yeah, you know, the temperature probably would have gradually maybe gotten a little warmer. And that's just my opinion, my thoughts on it. But great question, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, NC Girl 60. Do you keep in touch with any of the other Memphis Mafia's kids?
I do. I mean, over the years, I've kept up with, you know, my cousin Jimmy and Dina. You know, Rory Miller, Mark Lacker, and Sherry and Angie Lacker. You know, those are the ones. Still with those, you know, with those today, Sherry, Mark, and Angie, and Rory. I haven't talked to Jimmy in a while and Dina, but yeah, I mean, we stay in touch and give each other a call. Like I said, it's not, you know, on an everyday basis or every other day, but you know, we try to check in, you know, at least once a month or something. So,
all right, Kai Moon. What did the family think when the National Enquirer showed Elvis the picture of Elvis in his casket or coffin?
Well, I think we all know what they thought. I mean, I'll tell you my thoughts on it, and I know I can speak for the rest of the family that was there. Did not like it at all.
I can imagine.
I'm trying to find the words. Hurt, I guess, would be one. Pissed and really angry would be another. Let me just put it. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I know, and we all come, you know, from our folks way back. And back in, you know, in days, and even some people, I don't like, if that's the way you want to preserve or keep a family member, maybe with a photo. Our family, I'll be honest, personally, at funerals, in coffins, we just do not believe in that and like that. And then when you've got somebody like Elvis Presley, and not just even Elvis Presley, anybody in your family, and you don't want to, post it out there.
Oh, especially social. That'd
Right.
be like plastering.
Right.
Back then, it'd be like plastering on a newspaper.
I mean, it was just,
Really,
it was
is.
very disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind saying it. And still to this day, don't like it and never will like it. And like I said, the majority of the family members, probably all of them, feel the same way.
Well, back in the day when photography was just coming out, most people couldn't afford to have a family picture taken, or the only time they did was after their loved one passed away. So they had those photos because that was the only memory they would have of it, the only picture of them. But even in, when I was younger, I had a cousin who took a picture of my grandfather in his, and my grandmother had a fit about it and said, when she passed away, don't do it. Well, she did it to my grandmother, and that made me mad. That pissed me off too.
Yeah.
Because there's no point. I don't know. You may like it as long as it's agreed upon, but I think taking it when I don't know. It's just
everybody. Yeah, and we're the same on that.
Yeah.
And y'all, I guess bottom line, let's just cut straight to it. If you and your family are okay with it, then hey, that's good. Me and my family are not, and that's good too. Like I said, each his own. But
to put it out there in
that's
the public
the thing,
domain,
and that's just
different completely.
I don't care who you are. That just that wasn't the right thing to do.
No.
So let's move on with.
Okay, this actually 2 people asked this, maybe more, but these 2 were what I found. Michael Smith and Mim Allen. Did you get a chance to ride any of Elvis's horses?
I did. We've talked about this before in videos. I never rode Son. Petted him many times, but never, ever. That's just something I felt like you just didn't do. But some of the other ones I did. And, of course, they had a couple ponies up there. One of them was, 2 of them was Lisa's. And then one of them was one that they had that... Boogaloo, you couldn't ride him, but like I said, we rode horses and ponies, and Lisa's little pony Fluffy, and then there was a colt called Chocks, and we enjoyed it. And then later in the years, I had a couple horses. My brother had a couple horses. We enjoyed riding with friends and stuff, but that was way back in the last, 30-something years. The closest we've come to a horse is petting somebody else's. I've not been on a horse in probably longer than that.
Yeah. All right, from Loomis 44. If Elvis had lived, what music do you think he would record through the 80s and the 90s?
I think that's a damn good. You think about it. Of course, these are just mine and Teresa's thoughts and opinions. He would have definitely. He was smart, entertainer, and music. We all know changes. If 50s, 60s, even earlier than that, but 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And on and on. To what they got today, I don't know. Some of it you can even call music. That's just my opinion. But he would have stepped up and moved with times, but I think he would have always kept that rockabilly, sound of the rock, blues.
I think still some country.
Mixture, country, gospel.
I was gonna say,
definitely gospel.
I think he would have.
And I think would have done just as great as he did in the early years. If Elvis would have kept on, that's just me, not a doubt in my mind. I don't know that he could get any bigger, but he would have stayed on the charts, and he would have still been in demand. There's not a doubt in my mind on that. Like I said, that's another super. Y'all, real quick, when we get appreciate all these questions, and if you got something, no matter how you think about it, send it. I mean, we're going to get around. Like I said, it's almost impossible to answer everybody's, but throughout these years, we're going to do our damnedest to try. So we appreciate all that. I just want to take that and say.
Okay, from Ebony Eyes TB. When you worked at Graceland, did you ever see Priscilla or Lisa Marie?
I did. Both of them. You know, Priscilla was there a time or two, and actually, that's the last time. And I'm trying to remember what year it was. It was early on in the 80s, right before I left. That was the last time that I actually spoke and seen Lisa face to face, believe it or not, and all the, like I said, all those years, and then, you know, the way the way things turned out. But you know, we can't go back and change life. I like I've said before, I knew that she loved me and my family, and she knew that we loved her and her family. And like I said, in a situation like that, thing moves on, and then different parts of the country, you know, and then you start your life, you know, with your own family and stuff. So, you know, like I said, you know, there's regrets. We probably should have stayed in touch more, but hey, you know, inside we love each other, and we'll see each other again. So that was the last time I seen her. But yes, I seen them both at Graceland. That's all the questions?
No, you were gonna add. You were.
Yeah, y'all. And if you have any children, it's not going to be real dirty, but you know, young ones or something, and you might want them to leave the room on this part. I totally understand, and I'll give you a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you two of our favorite sayings, and when I say our, I mean pretty much the Memphis Mafia kids. You know, Lisa Marie, Laura, Amber, Rory, me, Joey, Jimmy, Dina, and probably any other kids, but that was the group that was around there the majority of the time. And they, you know, imagine, you know, we were kids and teenagers, but one of my favorites, and Roy's and all we used to use, is eat shit and die. Lisa's, of course, we all said both of these, but Lisa's favorite, if she got mad at you or didn't get her way, she would say F you and go to hell all at the same time. With the ending on that, it'd be like F you and go to hell all at the same time, you murd turds. So that was it. So I thought I'd share that. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I hope you keep enjoying them. Keep watching them. Hey, them subscribers, we're right on the edge of that 34,000. We appreciate each and every one of you. I want to get as many as we can possibly get, and that's all because of y'all.
Oh, and just real quick, let me slip this in.
Slip it in.
Slip it in. If you've had a question, hasn't been answered, or you're wondering if we've answered it before, under YouTube, put your question in at just YouTube to do a search in YouTube, because we have so many videos, and it'll probably, if we named a video on that question, that it'll pop up and you could watch it. Yeah.
Y'all stay warm. We'll get you another video out hopefully tomorrow, if not by Thursday. But we'll have another one coming right at you. Stay warm. Enjoy the snow if you got it. Stay in, eat, have fun. I know we are. And we'll catch you on the next video. And remember, we always live Elvis.